Okay, we're on the record for first appearances. I'm Senior Judge Carolyn Freeman. We have Ms. Swanson on behalf of the state, Mr. Jordan on behalf of the defense. We have private counsel here. Private counsel, what are you here for?
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm Scott Richardson. I'm here for initial appearance and bond reduction on Brandon Mattos, M-A-T-T-O-S.
Did you talk to the state?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, I'll have to wait till I get the paperwork anyways. So is corrections ready?
Not quite, Your Honor.
Not quite, okay. How many rules items we got?
We have two PBLs.
All these?
It's two.
And then after we do the move ups, can we get Mr. Richardson's card? Thank you. Okay, for the benefit of the record, I did read all the paperwork, and if it was an arrest warrant, I did get the affidavit supporting it, so if the state or defense don't have the affidavit, let me know and I can give it to you so you can look at it.
They were all in Odyssey, so we should have.
Okay,
Over, Your Honor. Thank you.
all right.
There's a Mackie or something.
She's on.
But you want it, because Manny said the whole thing about her yesterday. Okay.
Judge Freeman,
Uh-huh,
all corrections is being orchestrated. What is
Okay.
is there a hold on Mr. Mattos, Madam Clerk? No holds at all? Okay,
okay,
that concludes my inquiry.
all right. Yeah, not to- So, Mr. Jordan, you must have been moving today to interview all these people. Because I got here at 7:25 and started reading, so.
I got here at around 6.
This is a Wednesday. This is what Wednesdays here.
Yeah.
Look at it, look like it.
Okay, it's been a while since I've been out here for so many
Yeah.
days in a
Yeah.
row, so.
Wednesdays and Thursdays are usually our heaviest.
They must do sweeps and try to pick up people.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Call it Warren Wednesday.
They used to do that on Thursday night so that we'd see them on Friday.
Okay, so you do it Wednesday and Thursday, you get your warrants.
Okay. Thank you, Madam Clerk. And we have other counsel here.
Morning.
Good morning, counsel. What are you here for?
I am here on Sierra Smith.
Okay.
No, thank you.
You're after Mr. Richardson.
No, thank you. Whatever you want, Adam.
State, did you just say whatever you want?
No.
Okay, I was gonna.
Yeah, oh, no, thank you, whatever he wants, yes. No, thank you.
The exact opposite.
Yeah.
She's just opposition.
That's me and Mr. Reese.
so corrections, we ready now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's go. Hi, ma'am, your name, please?
Jessica Ray Marchessault.
Ms. Murchison, you've got a petty theft charge that allegedly occurred on August the 6th. What's your date of birth, ma'am?
9/14/80.
In relation to this state, I assume you may have an offer, or you don't have an offer, or what?
What's the defendant's last name, Your Honor?
This is Marchessault. It's in the misdemeanor stack.
There is no offer on this case, Your Honor.
Okay. So, ma'am, would you like a lawyer to assist you?
Yes.
Okay. You do qualify. I'll appoint the public defender. You owe a $50 fee that's due within 30 days. In relation to this matter, state, is bond acceptable at the amount and just stay away?
Yes, Your Honor.
So bond is $250. Stay away from the 7-Eleven at 8910 South Orange Blossom Trail for me, all right? Keep in contact with your lawyer, and we'll see you on the date downtown, okay? Good luck to you, ma'am.
Wait. So what do I do?
Right now, that's contact information, it's no longer.
Hi, sir, your name, please?
Michael Faison, ma'am.
I'm sorry?
Michael Faison,
Mr. Faison, your case is 2019 CF 1067980. What's your date of birth, sir?
11/24/55.
Mr. Faison, you've been picked up for warrants. It appears there are two of them. One is for a retail theft that occurred on May the 30th of 2019 at the Home Depot on West Colonial. The second one is for a retail theft at the Home Depot on Colonial, and that occurred on June 9th of 2019. The judge who signed the warrants has already set your bonds at $500 in each. Do you want a lawyer to assist you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you do qualify. I'll appoint the public defender in relation to both matters. There's a $50 fee. Your cases are 2019 CF 10679 and 680 in relation to this matter. Stay away from the Home Depot for me, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Your Honor, to be clear, what was the bond set in each amount?
500 on each one. So yeah, they had a count one and then they had a total, so each of the warrants had two 500s on them, but actually it's two counts of petty theft. Hi, sir, your name, please?
John Potter Lumbridge.
And your date of birth, sir?
April 3rd, 1994.
Sir, they picked you up for a warrant also. Yours is for a carjacking and a battery. Both events occurred on August the 12th of 2018. Do you want a lawyer to assist you?
Yes.
You do qualify. Public defenders appointed to assist you. Owe a $50 fee that's due within 30 days. Your lawyers have filed an invocation of your rights. So that means you shouldn't be talking about this case with anybody except your lawyer. If you do talk about the case and you make statements that are incriminating, the state finds out about them, they can use them against you, okay?
Okay.
All right, state, bond as is in the warrant?
Your Honor, I believe on, he will be at, yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry, on Mr. Bombardis. We have for no contact with the victims.
Okay, I've got two victims, a Jones and a Rivera.
Yes, no contact with either victim, no weapons, no firearms. No return to that 7-Eleven.
Oh, wait a second, I didn't get the address of the 7-Eleven.
Looks like 10959 East Colonial Drive.
Okay, and do you want a bond on the carjacking?
No, Your Honor, no
Okay.
bond.
All right, but you want me to put all these conditions?
Correct, Your Honor.
And
If
then when
he
they
is-
have the bond hearing, they'll
Correct, Your Honor.
figure it out. Okay,
And then state would cite Thornton v. Junior, a case from earlier of June 12th of this year, that says an author hearing could be held, the IA judge can defer the author hearing until a hearing is set in front of the judge that will have the case.
Your Honor, this is not a punishable by life offense. This
no,
is-
it's not.
Isn't it?
No, it is not. So
Yeah.
he is entitled to a bond.
Hold on one second, Your Honor. You don't.
Carjacking with a weapon would be a punishable by life offense.
Yeah,
There was no weapon used in this instance, and the statute cited is 812.133 subsection 1. It is simply a first-degree felony.
Correct, Your Honor, it's not gonna be, state would ask for a $25,000 bond as to count one. Leave bond set on count two.
okay. So I see the warrant was signed. It does say a IA judge can change it at this point. Mr. Jordan is correct. He is entitled to a bond on count one in relation to
Yes.
this matter,
And-
which is why I asked about it.
And the bond schedule states that he is not entitled to a bond until seen by an initial appearance judge. So I believe that was the intent of the judge who signed the warrant.
Okay. All right. So in regard to this matter, Mr. Labarge, I appointed the public defender to assist you with both these matters, okay? Your bond on count one, which is the carjacking, is $20,000. Your bond on the battery is $5,000. You are to have no contact with Jacqueline Jones or Johnny Rivera. You are not to return to the 7-Eleven located at 10959 East 50. You're not to possess any weapons or firearms, and don't possess or consume any alcohol or illegal substances while this matter's pending. Keep in contact with your lawyer. Any questions?
No.
Good luck. Hi, sir, your name, please?
Oliver Robinson.
Mr. Robinson. What's your date of birth, Mr. Robinson?
January 21st, 1990.
Okay. Mr. Robinson, you've got an arrest warrant also. In relation to your particular case, your arrest warrant is for a possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, possession of ammunition by a convicted felon, and possession of oxycodone. In relation to this particular situation, these events allegedly occurred on July the 25th of 2019 based on a search warrant of the property, okay? Do you want a lawyer to assist you?
Yes.
Yes, okay. And your case number is 2019 CF 1095680. You do qualify, public defenders appointed. State, other than, well, he lives at that property, so don't possess any illegal substances?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So the possession of the firearm is 1,000, the ammo is 100, the oxycodone is 100, and don't possess any weapons or firearms, and don't possess any alcohol or illegal substances, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Good luck to you, sir.
He's on a bond on a dual charge, the 2019 CF 1076280. State hasn't filed on it yet.
State,
Stays no objection, no action.
okay, no action on that, all
Thank
right?
you, Your Honor.
Good luck.
So that bond, okay.
You can bond it.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Otherwise,
Hi, sir, your name, please?
Randall Thompson,
Mr. Thompson. Date of birth?
6/1960.
Your case number is 2019 MO 142480. It's an open container, allegedly occurred on August the 6th. Has there been an offer on this open container by any chance?
Yes, Your Honor. The state has conveyed an offer. I have conveyed that to the defendant. The offer is an adjudication of guilt, credit time served. He does wish to accept that offer and enter a plea of no contest.
He has 2 days.
Yes, Your Honor.
He's out on a trespass on property after warning. You want to resolve that one too?
I don't know if we filed on it, so they have a moment, Your Honor.
Sure.
It has been filed?
You want a case numbers, 2019
No, I had it, Your
MM?
Honor. I hear it was just filed on yesterday.
It was just filed yesterday.
Is the public defender on that case?
Daniel Wade from the Public Defender's Offices. There's a, I will do the time served as well, no return, on the 819 MM 4689. I don't know how many days he has.
Corrections, can you tell me how many days he has?
The cost of investigation of $95.29.
To who?
Orlando Police Department. No return to a target at 718 McGuire Boulevard. Looks like he was trespassed on May the 25th of this year already.
So, Mr. Jordan, does he want to do that by chance? Resolve both of them?
Your Honor, yes, he does wish to accept that offer, and I believe we represent him on the out on bond.
Not according to what I have.
23 days?
He has 23 days on the trespass.
And has the public defender office been appointed to the present case?
You are now?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
I assume, Mr. Thompson, you'd like the public defender's assistance to resolve both these cases?
Yes, ma'am, I will.
Okay, all right. Now, your counsel said, after speaking to you just a few minutes and after I asked about the trespass charge, that you would like to resolve the trespass charge and the open container. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, is that a no contest plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or any alcohol here today?
No, ma'am.
Any mental or emotional difficulties?
No, ma'am.
Read and write the English language?
Yes.
Is this your signature on this plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have an opportunity to read over this form and discuss any questions or concerns with your lawyer?
I did.
Do you have any questions about the constitutional rights that you're giving up or waiving, sir?
No, ma'am.
Do you have any questions about the penalties that can be imposed and the offers that were made to you on the 2 cases?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a question?
No, ma'am.
No question.
No.
All right.
Okay, we,
Has anybody threatened, coerced, or promised you anything for the plea?
no, ma'am.
Think it's a good idea to get it over with today?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not on probation for anything, are you?
No, ma'am.
Do you understand the consequences if you're not a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So let's do this. I'll do them one case at a time for you so you know what's going on, okay?
Okay.
All right. In regard to 2019 MM 468980, which is the trespass charge, the court finds that you understand your plea is for involuntarily entered. There is a factual basis based on the information in the computer system for that charging affidavit. Court will accept your plea, find you guilty, adjudicate you guilty of the trespass charge, require you serve 23 days Orange County Jail with credit for 23 days time served, okay? You have a cost of investigation of $95.29 to the Orlando Police Department. You also have your court costs, which is another $323. So your total is going to be about $420 or so. You want a year to pay that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll give you 365 days from today. Pay a little bit on it. If you pay a little bit on it and can get it paid by that time frame, that's fine. If you pay a little bit on it and need a little bit longer, they'll give you a little bit longer as long as they see an effort's being made. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Now,
Now, in regard to the open container, that one occurred on August the 6th, and that's in case number 2019 MO 1424. The court finds that there is a factual basis for that one based on the charging affidavit. Court will accept your plea, find you guilty, adjudicate you guilty, require you serve 2 days Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days time served, and you owe your court cost on that one. Let's don't give him the $50 fee on that one since he's got the $50 fee on the other one. So the court cost on that one would just be $278, and I'll give you 365 days on that one. That one you could probably get paid off pretty quickly. if you work at it.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am, that's right.
You do have the right to appeal, must do so in writing within 30 days. If you can't afford a lawyer, one may be appointed for that purpose. And any questions?
No, ma'am.
Have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Hi, ma'am, your name, please? Your name, ma'am?
Karen Hardiman,
Ms. Hardiman, your date of birth?
21581.
Ms. Hardiman, you have been arrested for 2 counts of petty theft. You also have an add-on charge. Oh, the petty thefts were on August 6th. You also have a sanitary nuisance charge on the same date. State is
what?
there. Sanitary nuisance charge.
What is a sanitary usage charge?
Nuisance charge. You urinated on yourself, or you defecated on yourself in
Okay, I
public.
requested to be took to the bathroom.
Okay,
That's,
hang on. I'm just telling you what you got, so hang on to that thought a minute. State, has there been an offer?
There's not an offer in this case, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you want a lawyer to assist you with all these? Do you want a lawyer?
yeah.
Yeah, okay. And I'll appoint the public defender to assist you. You owe a $50 fee. That's due within 30 days. You don't pay it, it gets that as additional cost. Now, all of these should have been on the same charging affidavit. So state, the 2 petty thefts, one's around 8 o'clock, one's around 10 o'clock at the same place, if I'm not mistaken. And the sanitary nuisance is on the same date. Okay, if I make that a 100.
Yes, Your Honor. No objection.
So the petty theft that occurred at 8 o'clock is $250. The petty theft that occurred at 10 is $100. The sanitary nuisance is $100. You're to stay away from the 11750 University Boulevard in this particular matter, which is the Wawa. And your case is 2019 MM 6527 and 6529. Any questions, ma'am? I know you have a defense, and you need to tell that to your lawyer, so. Any
Okay,
other
I'm-
questions?
I'm a little hard of hearing, so can you repeat what was said? Everybody I know is like me at this point. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, what's gonna happen is the state's gonna make a charging decision. If they charge the petty thefts as a misdemeanor, I don't know what your criminal history is at this point. If they charge them as a misdemeanor, then you'll get back on the docket. If you can't post the bond, then after you talk to your public defender and and they investigate some things, they might be able to move you up. But that's all I can tell you at this point.
Okay, so legally, what happens now? If
What happens
I
now,
can't post bond, then I
if you
stay in
don't pass
jail.
bond,
And you're saying that I still haven't been charged?
Okay.
Formally charged with these charges?
no, you haven't. You've been arrested for these charges. The state has a right to look into your history to see if they want to upgrade the petty thefts. Petty thefts can be charged as a second-degree misdemeanor, a first-degree misdemeanor, or a third-degree felony, okay?
A
So,
third-degree felony for what?
for petty theft.
Petty theft, 2 prior convictions of petty theft.
I don't have any prior convictions.
Okay, whether you do or not, the state has to make that decision, okay? And in relation to that, once they make that decision and they charge you, if they charge you with a misdemeanor, you'll get put on the docket. If you're still in jail, probably within about 5 days.
Okay, so when do they actually run my fingerprints and actually book me into the jail? Because I'm a little confused on how this system works. Apparently, it's been changed since the last time I knew anything about the system,
Okay,
so.
I'm assuming they've already identified you.
They haven't printed her yet.
Oh, they haven't printed you yet?
No.
So they're gonna print you and then they're gonna run it through the system. So probably about 24 hours.
If you
But
can
later on
hold a
today.
bond, you're-
All right, good luck to you, ma'am.
Okay, I'm still talking to my attorney. Can you?
You were held more than 33 days.
So what now? Okay, is there a reason why you're touching me?
Because you need to be leaving the courtroom.
Okay, so can,
Information, all that she got gave you, that you need to read. Answer some of the questions, as well as contact information for the attorney.
okay, I can't, hang on a minute. Can you speak up a little bit? My blood pressure's going up. I'm losing my hearing.
Just talk to an attorney.
Step out.
Stop
playing.
I'm not playing.
Sit up.
I'm trying to help me, but do it gently. I can't
Stand
hurt
up.
anymore.
Come on.
Stand up, stand up, Mama.
Yeah, she's.
Stand up.
Come on.
You standing up?
Okay,
This way.
Mr. Jordan, make sure that somebody comes and talk to her after she's been evaluated by
Come
medical.
on.
Come on, stand up, cause
You can squeeze and make it hurt more, but it's not
Just
helping.
lean on the
squeezing.
I'm just
Lean on
too
the podium.
weak.
just lean on the podium. Put your.
Stand up. Stand up.
Kick your legs up.
Okay, we ready on the next one?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Actually,
Next should be Mr. Morris. Mr. Morris, hi,
Yes.
would you tell me your name
Marcus Morris,
and your date of birth, sir?
11/17/89.
I have an outstanding warrant for you from, it looks like Osceola County, under case number 2019 CF 2802.
Yes.
You're on a no bond status. You're not to return to where the incident occurred, no contact with the victim, no contact with children under the ages of 18, and does he have any local charges? You have no local charges, so we'll notify Osceola, they'll make arrangements to come and get you within 24 hours, and then you can talk to the judge over in Osceola.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions?
Will I be serving any time?
I have no idea, sir. You need to talk to them in Osceola County.
Okay, thank you.
All right,
All
good
right.
luck. Name, please?
Sean Sutton.
Mr. Sutton, I have an what's your date of birth? I'm sorry.
5/12/1975.
I have an out-of-county warrant for you from Seminole County under case number, actually, I don't have a case number on here. From Seminole County, I just have a warrant for you in relation to this matter. So, on your particular case, it's an out-of-county warrant for,
Failure to appear.
failure to appear for a violation of probation. In regard to yours, you're on a no bond status. Does he have any local charges?
No.
Okay, no local charges, so we'll notify Seminole. They should come get you in about 24 hours, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck. Okay, Mr. Richardson,
Ma'am.
I think this is Mr. Matos. Hi, sir, would you tell me your name
Brandon Michael Matos,
and your date of birth, Mr. Matos?
March 13th, 1998.
The record will note that Scott Richardson is here on behalf of the defendant in relation to this particular situation. Sir, you have been arrested for sexual battery on a physically incapacitated person and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. These events allegedly occurred on May the 24th. In relation to this situation. Bond was set by the signing judge at $50,000 and $1,000. And no contact with the victim was added on there. I don't have the victim's name anywhere on the paperwork that I have.
Have one moment, Your Honor. I don't have the victim, it's not in our system as of yet, what the victim's name is.
Yeah. Okay, so, Mr. Richardson.
Yes, Your Honor. I filed a notice of appearance and motion to reduce bond yesterday, but the state and I have agreed to reduce the $50,000 bond to $25,000 and to reduce the $1,000 bond to $150 as to count two, contributing to delinquency. No issue with no contact with any alleged victims in Orange County. He's in the Air Force at Hurlburt Field up in Mary Esther, Florida. And as of now, I believe he will keep his ranking and go right back. But having said that, we want to make sure there's no holds on him. And
Okay,
the
well,
clerk has
correction said
confirmed
there
that.
weren't any holds on him, so.
Yep, I just want to confirm that through the court, so we
Okay.
can bond out today.
And also, like, no drugs, no alcohol.
Okay, we
No.
can't do anything about weapons.
I would say no weapons unless it's for work purposes only, meaning if he's on duty, then he can carry whatever service weapons he has. If he's not on duty, then he is not allowed to possess any weapons.
Do you have a problem with that, Mr. Richardson?
We have no issue with that, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. So state you agree to those conditions and that amount?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So, sir, the bond on count one is $25,000. The bond on count two is $150,000. You're to have no contact with the victim who resides, I don't even have her address, so,
It's not,
all right. So don't possess any weapons or any firearms that are not associated with your work. And don't possess any alcohol or illegal substances. Anything else, state?
no, Your Honor.
Mr. Richardson, anything else?
No, Your Honor, that concludes this hearing.
Sir, do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Any questions?
No, ma'am.
You need to keep in contact with your lawyer and make sure you're back in court on the dates on your paperwork. If there's a problem, you need to let your lawyer know, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Good luck. Hi, Hi, ma'am, your name, please?
Yes, Sierra Smith.
Mr. Reese, you're up there. Ms. Smith, what's your date of birth?
7/30/96.
Ms. Smith, they've got you allegedly for an aggravated battery with a weapon and a criminal mischief. The alleged weapon was a hammer. In relation to this particular matter, Mr. Reese is here. State, you and Mr. Reese spoke in relation to this matter?
We have spoken, we have not come to an agreement, Your Honor.
Oh, all right, okay, so,
And she is out on bond, Your Honor, 18 CF 16728BO.
I do see that.
That case has a pretrial conference coming up, it says tomorrow,
Yeah, August the 8th.
August the 8th, Your Honor.
Okay, is it the same victim?
No, ma'am.
Okay, different victim.
Your Honor, I represent Ms. Smith on the 2018 CF 16728 case, and will be filing a notice of appearance in 2019 CF 11186, the matter that's currently before the court this morning.
Okay, so what would you like to say at this point?
Well, initially, I'd ask the court to not revoke the 2018 bond. In the case that's pending before the court right now, in this matter, my client does have a lease for that piece of property where the incident occurred. She has ID, and you can see on the charging affidavit where her name is, her address and name is the same as where the incident occurred. She was returning to her residence where she was not allowed back into the residence by Mr. Manning, who she at one point felt sorry for and let him stay there. She doesn't live there all the time. She called 911. If the court, I would assume the court will set bond in that case. She will pursue a proper eviction. She has another residence where she can live. She agrees not to go back to that residence without law enforcement and/or pursuing a proper eviction. And I'd ask the court not to revoke bond in the 2018 case. I'm not going to get into all the facts of that case, but her brother is a co-defendant in that case, and as an officer of the court, assuming her brother actually committed the conduct, she was more of an observer than a participant in any of the conduct which occurred in that case.
Okay, state your
Your Honor,
position.
state is no objection to a $5,000 bond, that's to count one, 150 on the count two. No contact with the victim, no return to the scene except for one time with law enforcement to get any temporary personal belongings she may need. No alcohol, no drugs, no weapons. As far as the current case. As far as the 18 CF 16728 BO case, state will request that bond be revoked, she be held at no bond. Whether or not she committed the offense or not, she was out on conditions of release, understanding that she is not to commit a new law offense. She allegedly committed a new law offense. Both violence, the out on bond case, the charges that were filed are kidnapping with intent to inflict terror with a firearm, aggravated battery, great bodily harm with a firearm, and an aggravated battery with a firearm. So the seriousness of the nature of the charges that she's out on, and then this is another ag bat with a weapon charge, we would ask that the bond be revoked.
Okay. I've got the address is 4307 Edgebrook Drive, and the victim is a Troy Manning. Is that correct, State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Reese, anything else?
Your Honor, obviously, she's presumed innocent of the new allegations. It did happen at a house where she had the lease. She was not being allowed back into her own home by an individual who she needs to have evicted. Under the circumstances, I think the court can set reasonable conditions. In the new case, no objection to the $5,000 bond. And under the circumstances, I'd ask the court to allow 2018 CF 16728 to either remain intact or, if the court felt appropriate, to just increase that bond.
Okay. Ms. Smith,
Yes, ma'am.
you shouldn't keep coming in visiting us, all right? So in regard to the new charges, which are in 2019 CF 11186AO, the ag battery, since there's a dispute in relation to that, I'll set your bond at $5,000. Criminal mischief is $150. There's to be no contact with Mr. Troy Manning, you may return one time to 4307 Edgebrook Drive with law enforcement to get personal belongings. If there's a dispute as to the item is not going. And if you can't physically move the item yourself, the law enforcement officer is not going to help you with that. You're not to have any weapons or any firearms, and don't consume any alcohol or illegal substances in relation to that one. Concerning 2018 CF 16728BO, I agree with the state that we're going to revoke the bond, but I'll give you a bond. I'll increase it higher, okay? So for count 1, it's now going to go up to 50,000, and count 2 and count 3 can stay the same, okay?
Will
And
she
any
have-
other conditions? Okay, corrections is confused? Nope,
Count 2 and 3, are those revoked or they just remain intact? So she'll
they
only have
just
to
remain
post.
intact
So she'll just have to post a new bond on the
on
count 1.
We have to revoke the whole case when we revoke.
Okay, so they're revoked, they'll have to post another 150.
Thank you,
Okay.
Judge.
State, is that it for this lady?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Reese, have a good day. Hi, sir, your name, please?
Morning, I'm Antoine Bennett.
I'm sorry?
I'm Antoine Bennett.
Okay, Mr. Bennett. And your date of birth, Mr. Bennett?
It's March 1st, 1991, ma'am.
Mr. Bennett, you have an arrest warrant in case number 2019 CF 10695. Based on that arrest warrant, there's a burglary of a structure with a battery therein and a grand theft. Arrest warrant was signed back on well, it was presented to one of the duty judges. I don't see a date on it. The alleged date of the offense, though, would have been July the 26th, 2019. In relation to this matter, do you want a lawyer to assist you? Want a lawyer?
Eventually, yes. Yes, ma'am.
You want it today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then I'll appoint the public defender to assist you. You owe a $50 fee. It's due within 30 days. Your lawyer has filed, excuse me, a notice of invoking your rights. That means you shouldn't be answering any questions about this case except from your lawyer and discussing the case only with your lawyer. If you discuss the case with other persons or answer questions with other persons, and that information is presented to the state, and it's incriminating, the state may be able to use that information to prosecute you. So, state, other than no contact with the victim, which I believe I had the victim's name.
Mr. Espinoza,
Yeah.
Daniel Espinoza.
So, anything else that you want?
We would like him held at no bond as to count 1. No objection to reducing count 2 to $150. No contact, yes. No return to the victim's residence.
And the victim's residence was over at
Go.
1650 North Mills Avenue? Is that it? No, 5712 Bo Barton
Correct.
Place.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We'd ask for no weapons, no firearms. Especially no drugs or alcohol. Looks like this, based on what the victim states, alcohol was involved in this issue.
Okay. Mr. Jordan?
Your Honor, unless that the state is alleging that there's proof evident of presumption great, he is entitled to a bond, a reasonable bond as to conditions of release, given the fact that there's only a single witness the victim, the alleged victim's testimony in this case. There's been no recovery of the merchandise taken. Given the fact that there is a question of whether or not there was unlawful entry, given the fact that the defendant was an alleged invitee, that even after the alleged victim supposedly revoked
And Your Honor.
that
just
invitee
for
status.
one moment, if we're going to go with a full author hearing, that is, we can do that today. However, just a reminder to defense that that is the one bite at the apple that they will get if they make the argument today.
Right. Proof evident presumption grade is a standard above.
Oh, I know
the
what it
unreasonable doubt.
is.
So I do not feel there is any question as to whether or not this single warrant affidavit rises to such a high standard.
Well, you look at the four corners of the affidavit. I don't have any other additional information in relation to it. So I will accept the representative of the state. In relation to this matter, you want a full author hearing, then you need to schedule it, okay? So I'm going to leave his bond on the burglary with the battery therein, which is a possible PBL. I will set the bond at no bond. Grand theft is $150. He's to have no contact with Mr. Espinosa. He's not to return to 5715 Bo Barton Place, apartment 14. He's not to possess any weapons or firearms, and don't possess or consume any alcohol or illegal substances. And good luck to you, sir. Oh, and you got the public defender, there's a $50 fee for that. Hi, sir, your name, please?
Theodore Camps.
What was the last name again?
Camps.
Okay, what happened with Bonatrevera? Is that an interpreter case? Okay. Mr. Camps, your date of birth, sir?
10/10/92.
Mr. Camps, your case is 2019 CF 1029880. Yours is an arrest warrant also. The events on yours allegedly occurred on or about July 15th of 2019. They are a burglary of a conveyance, grand theft third degree, violation of Florida Pawnbroker Act, 2 counts, receiving money from a pawnbroker with false verification, 2 counts. And these events allegedly occurred at the Polo Tropical over on International Drive. Do you want a lawyer to assist you with those?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you got a bunch more, so let me just do all of them while we're at it, okay? You've also got a failure to appear in 2019 MM 5553 for a possession of cannabis and a possession of drug paraphernalia. And that was a failure to appear for arraignment, I believe. So, do you want a lawyer on all this stuff?
Your Honor, the public defender already represents him on the failure to appear case.
Oh, you've already got it, okay. So we'll appoint the public defender on the new felony charges in relation to this matter. State, bond acceptable the way they are?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, I would ask that the felony case, that the counts 2 through 6 be treated as subsidiary charges. I would note that the warrant affidavit does say that it may be modified by the first appearance judge.
So, state,
We'll leave the court's discretion.
okay. All right, the burglary of a conveyance is $2,500. Grand theft third degree, we'll make that $250. Violation of a Florida Pawnbroker Act, Make that 150. Count 4 is 150, count 5 is 150, and count 6 is 150. You're not to have any contact with Juan Guzman, and you're to stay away from the Polo Tropical, I believe, which is where this incident occurred, which is at 5294 International Drive. In relation to the failure to appear in 2019 MM 5553, bond on count 1 is $2,000, count 2 is $200 in relation to this matter, and you've already got the public defender on that one. Any questions, sir?
And Your Honor, you're taking no action on the Dwillis?
No, I'm not taking any action.
Thank
Okay?
you, Your Honor.
Hi, sir, your name, please?
Richard Coleman.
He doesn't like me. Mr. Coleman, what's your date of birth?
8/16/1972.
Sir, your case is 2019 CF 11202. In regard to yours, it's a possession of cocaine. In relation to this matter, do you want a lawyer to assist you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you make this amount of money every 2 weeks?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You don't really qualify for the appointment of a lawyer. You make that kind of money.
I mean, I don't know how to get a lawyer. I've never done this before, so.
You've never done this before? Okay. After you get out, call some lawyers that do criminal defense work. Most of them are gonna say they need a retainer. Find out if you can make payments on the retainer or if you can pay the retainer. Call at least 3, and if you're unable to secure the assistance of a lawyer, then when the state makes a decision to file these charges or whatever, and you come back to court, ask the court to appoint a lawyer at that point. Tell them what efforts you've made in relation to it, and then we can see about doing it then. I just can't do it with this kind of income, okay? All right.
I just want to know if I can go home today, that's all.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right.
Okay. State, bond?
No objection to PTR if he would like it.
Mr. Coleman, according to your paperwork, it says you have an address on Westview Drive. Is that correct?
Well, my address is at the hotel where my wife's at. It's on Lee Road.
Okay.
We verified his address.
You verified his address? Does he qualify for a pretrial release?
Yes, he does.
Okay. So you qualify for pretrial release, which means you wouldn't have to post a bond. You'd have to keep in contact with pretrial release and meet whatever requirements they have.
Okay.
But you wouldn't have to come up with $1,000 cash or go through a bonding company.
Okay.
If you screw up whatever pretrial release's conditions are, and you come back to court, then we'd start talking money for that, okay?
I won't.
Okay. All right, so I'll authorize pretrial release for you. Don't possess any illegal substances, but I'm not gonna order random testing at this point. Corrections. Pretrial release may do that for you.
And then, well, Your Honor, I think he may want 30 days.
Okay, so let's do this. We'll do random urinalysis, but we won't start them for 30 days,
Thank you.
okay?
Thank
So, you're gonna try to get a lawyer. You're in Division 22 if the state decides to go forward. Make sure the clerks have a current address on how to get in touch with you, because when the state makes a decision, the clerks will send notification to that address, and they're gonna expect you back in court. You don't show back up, then other things that are not good are gonna happen.
That's not gonna happen.
Okay, any other questions?
No, ma'am.
Good luck, Mr.
Thank you.
Coleman.
Can I leave?
Hi, sir, your name, please?
Marcus Lee Conyers,
Mr. Conyers, your date of birth?
9/21/82.
Mr. Conyers, you have got, looks like 3 matters. First one is under 2019 CF 10267. That's a sale and delivery of cocaine and a sale and delivery of heroin. Those events allegedly occurred on July the 17th of 2018 at 10th Street and Center Street in Winter Garden. That's based on an affidavit and a warrant that was signed. The next one that you have is the sale and delivery of cocaine and sale and delivery of cannabis. That is in case number 2019 CF 10271. That allegedly occurred on June 14th of 2018 at the same location, and that's based on a warrant. The third one, sir, is a possession of cocaine with intent within 1,000 feet of a child care, possession of cocaine with intent to sell and deliver, and possession of cocaine within 1,000 feet of a convenience store. Those events allegedly occurred on August the 6th of 2019, and it was on Old Cheney Highway near the convenience store and the child care center over there. Now, do you want a lawyer to assist you with all of this?
Well, ma'am, I really don't know nothing about none of those cases. I haven't been in Winter Garden in 3 years.
Well, all I can tell you is that's what the affidavit says, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
I can appoint a lawyer to assist you on all these cases. They can look into it and, you know, I know the other two were a year old, so that's all I can tell you. Yes, sir?
Yes, I was wondering, can you help me out with a reasonable bond for those possessions?
The warrants were already signed by another judge. I generally don't normally change those things when another judge has signed them. I'll look at it. I have looked at them and read it. So let's see what the state has to say first. First off, do you want a lawyer?
No, ma'am, I have a PD.
That's a lawyer.
Oh, all right, yes.
Okay? And that means I have to appoint the lawyer to assist you, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'll appoint the public defender to assist you. Let's give him $150 fee for one of these cases. State, your position in regard to bonds for all this stuff?
Okay, in the 19 CF 10267, no addition, 2,500 on count one.
Okay, wait. Don't go so fast.
Sorry.
2,500 on count one,
150 on count two.
okay?
No drugs.
Okay. And then the second one?
I have 19 CF 10271. Again, 2,500 as to count one. 150 as to count two. No drugs.
Okay.
The third case I have is 19 CF 11200. 7,500 as to count one. 150 as to count two. 150 as to count three.
And don't return?
No return.
And no drugs? Okay. Did you understand all that, Mr. Converse?
Trying to,
All right, I'll go through it slowly, all right? On 2019 CF 10267, which is the alleged offense that occurred on July 17th of 2018, all right? The bond was at $2,500 and $2,500. We'll leave count one at $2,500. Count two will drop down to $150. You're not to possess any illegal substances for me, okay? In regard to the second warrant, which is under 2019 CF 10271, which is the allegedly occurred on June 14th of 2018. Bond on count one is 2,500. Bond on count two was 1,000. We're going to drop it down to 150. Don't return to 10th Street, Center Street. You said you're not in Winter Garden anymore anyway. So, and don't possess any illegal substances for me.
yes, ma'am.
In relation to the new charges that occurred on August 6th that are in case number 2019 CF 11200, bond on count one is 7,500, count two is 150, count three is 150. It's no return to 5530 Old Cheney Highway, and no drugs. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you got the public defender on all of these? Good luck to you, sir.
you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hi, sir. Your name, please?
Kareem Daniels,
Mr. Daniels, what's your date of birth?
12/31/1978.
Mr. Daniels, you've been arrested under 2019 CF 11180 for robbery, a sudden snatching, and a petty theft. These events allegedly occurred on August the 6th. You want a lawyer to assist you?
Yes, ma'am.
You do qualify. I'll appoint the public defender. You owe a $50 fee that's due within 30 days. State other than no return, anything else you want?
No contact, no weapons.
Do I have a name of a person?
I think the sales clerk, the Brianna,
Well, how about if I just no return?
I don't want her to see her, I don't want him to
Okay,
see her.
Brianna,
Yes, Brianna Buttersworth.
okay. Anything else? No drugs?
I don't believe.
Okay. So, Mr. Karam, I appointed the public defender to assist you. You owe a $50 fee for that. The robbery, the bond is $1,000, the petty theft is $100. No return to the 7-Eleven at 3974 South Orange Blossom Trail, and absolutely no contact with the Miss Brianna Buttersworth. Any questions, sir?
No, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Your name, please?
Brianna Edwards,
Miss Edwards, what's your date of birth?
9/25/93.
Miss Edwards, you've been arrested under case 2019 CF 11205AO for possession of MDMA. Do you want a lawyer to assist you?
Yes.
Okay, you do qualify. I'll appoint the public defender to assist you. You owe a $50 fee. State other than any other conditions but no drugs?
There you are.
Okay. So, ma'am, your bond is $1,000. Don't possess any illegal substances for me. Okay? Any questions? No? Yes?
Oh, no.
Keep in contact with your lawyer. Have a good day, Miss Edwards. Hi, sir. Your name, please?
Good morning, Brianna Flowers.
Miss Flowers. Sorry for the reference to sir. I had the paperwork mixed up.
No problem.
Miss Flowers, what's your date of birth?
9/3/88.
Miss Flowers, they got you for grand theft of a motor vehicle. It's allegedly occurred on August the 6th in case number 2019 CF 1119880. Do you want a lawyer to assist you?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. You do qualify. I'll appoint the public defender to assist you. You've also got introduction of contraband into a county facility and possession of drug paraphernalia on the same date when you got arrested. State, we going forward with those, or you don't know yet, so we'll just let the public defender take care of them too?
With the paraphernalia?
Well, contraband, was the contraband cannabis?
At this point, yes, Your Honor, we're gonna go forward
Okay.
and see what the charging decision is later.
Okay, all right. So you got the public defender on all of them. Can we make those the 150?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So, ma'am, in regard to the grand theft, your bond is $1,000. And in regard to the introduction of the contraband, it's $150, and possession of drug paraphernalia is $100. Don't possess any illegal substances for me. Keep in contact with your lawyer and make sure you're present. You got 2 cases that are going through the system. They're probably going to be separated, so you need to keep track of them. Don't just think it's one case, okay? Because it's not.
Okay.
All right. Any other question?
No, ma'am.
No? All right. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Name, please? I'm sorry? What happened to Kia Gibson? Okay, so we'll reset her for tomorrow?
Could we reset her within 24 hours of release?
Oh, yeah, all right, yeah. Reset within 24 hours of release. Okay, Mr. Gonzalez, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Gonzalez, your date of birth?
10/09/2000.
Mr. Gonzalez, you've been arrested under 2019 CF 11171 for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, burglary of a conveyance, and grand theft third degree. These events allegedly occurred on August the 6th. Do you want a lawyer to assist you? You guys gonna stop playing with the microphone? I'll appoint the public defender. You owe a $50 fee that's due within 30 days. You don't pay it, it gets out as an additional cost. State, other than stay away from Papa John's and the 2 employees, anything else you want?
No weapons, Your Honor.
So, sir, the aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, the bond's at $150. The burglary is at $3,500. And the grand theft is at $150. You're to have no contact with Taj Yamik Banks and Alan Pinckney, and you are not to return to the Papa John's at 11775 East Colonial Drive. Don't possess any weapons or firearms. Any questions? Good luck. Hi, sir, your name, please?
Franklin Gomes,
And, sir, your date of birth?
6/29/90.
Sir, you have been arrested under case number 2019 CF 11190 based on an arrest affidavit that has 6 counts to it. Those counts are kidnapping, false imprisonment of adult, 2 counts. Aggravated assault with a weapon without intent to kill, 1 count. Possession of a weapon or ammo by a convicted felon, 1 count. And 2 counts of battery. Would you like a lawyer to assist you?
I have a lawyer,
Who's your lawyer?
Hughes McDonnell. He's not here now.
Oh, okay, all right. So you've already spoken to him and got that all arranged? Okay, all right. Then, in relation to this particular matter, I assume state, based on the fact that his lawyer isn't here and the fact that it's an arrest warrant, you want the bonds to stay as is? I think there were some conditions, though.
Your Honor, I don't remember, were bond amounts set on the warrant?
Actually, no, they were all to be set at IAs, so I
So,
need,
Your Honor, on count 1, we'd ask for 10,000, on count 2 is to 10,000. There are 2 different victims, and that's the reason why we're asking for bonds on both.
okay?
As to the remainder count subsidiaries, so count 3, 150, count 4, 150, count 5, 100, count 6, 100. No contact with the victims.
Okay, I've got Angel Pacheco and Megan Farber.
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay, anything else? No weapons, no firearms?
No drugs, no alcohol.
No drugs. Okay. So, Mr. Grubbs, the warrant didn't put a bond amount. They left it to the initial appearance judge, which is me. Okay, I did read the information in here. There does appear to be probable cause, so that when you talk to your lawyer, you can tell your lawyer, okay? In regard to the kidnapping, the bond on the first one is 10,000. The second kidnapping is 10,000. The ag assault is 150. Possession of a weapon is 150, and then the 2 batteries are 100 each. Okay, so you got a bond on everything. You're not to have any contact with Angel Pacheco, Pacheco, and Megan Farber, Farber. You're not to possess any weapons or firearms, and don't possess or consume any alcohol or illegal substances for me. Keep in contact with your lawyer. Your case right now is in Division 16. So your lawyer should be able to tell you what you need to do, okay? Any questions?
No, ma'am. Thank
All right, good luck. sir, your name, please?
Kobe Harden,
Mr. Harden, what's your date of birth?
3/24/98.
Mr. Harden, you are here for a violation of conditions of pretrial release. They alleged you were put on pretrial release on July the 25th for an ag battery on a pregnant person and an ag battery with a deadly weapon. They allege that pretrial supervision began on July the 21st, and that on July the 26th, you had contact with the victim in that case, which is a violation of that particular condition. Do you want a lawyer to assist you with, well, do you already have a lawyer on the other case?
No, I have a lawyer now.
Who's your lawyer?
Kendall Ali.
Okay, so you've already spoken to him? State, have you heard from his private lawyer? He filed a notice of appearance. So, State, do you have any information or request for bond or anything?
No, Your Honor, we would ask that the stay is.
I would note that the private attorney has filed a motion to reduce or set bond as opposed to.
Okay, then he's probably already got a hearing scheduled on that, so we'll let him take care of that. So, Mr. Harden, your lawyer has filed something to get a bond for you. Right now, you're on no bond for, there are 2 counts for both count. Well, no, he's got 2 counts in the original charge, and he's on pretrial release for both of those. So it's no bond twice, I guess. So, your lawyer will go over that with you, and you'll see the judge who's handling your case to see about a bond. All right? Good luck to you, sir. Good morning, sir. Would you tell me your name, please?
Desmond Joshua, and good morning.
Mr. Joshua, you are, what's your date of birth?
10/28/1997.
You've been arrested under 2019 CF 11172 for burglary of a conveyance, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and grand theft. These events allegedly occurred on August the 6th. Do you want a lawyer to assist you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, I'll appoint the public defender. He has a co-defendant, so counsel, you might have to conflict out or something, okay? So State, in regard to Mr. Joshua, you have a position in regard to bond?
Leaving the bond stay as
Same
is.
thing, pretty much?
Yes, just no contact with the victim or co-defendant.
I have
Okay.
a question about that.
You have a question about what?
I believe the co-defendants live together, Your Honor.
He's my brother.
He's your brother? Okay. Don't discuss the case.
Okay.
All right.
Does that include in here? I could be near him too, or
No.
I'm
it's-
sorry?
that's after we get out?
She's changing the no contact to no discussion of the case. So you can still have contact, but you can't discuss the case
Okay.
or other co-defendants.
My guess is the jail will keep them apart
That's
as
what I
long
was
as they
asking.
are currently in custody together.
Yeah, they probably will. Okay. So, Mr. Joshua, on the burglary of a conveyance, bond is $3,500. The ag assault is $150. The grand theft is $150. You're to have no contact with Taj Jamit Banks and no contact with Alan Pinckney. You're not to return to 11775 East Colonial Drive, which is the Papa John's. You're not to have any weapons or firearms, and don't possess or consume any alcohol or illegal substances. And don't discuss the case with your brother, okay?
Thank you.
Any other questions or concerns?
No, ma'am.
All right, I'm not doing any action in regard to his case that he's out on bond for. Okay, have a good day.
Thank you.
Hi, sir, your name, please?
Oscar Ortega. Good morning.
What was your name again?
Oscar Ortega.
Ortega. Okay, what happened to Perry McGee?
Perry McGee bonded, Your Honor. Pamela Madrisky also bonded.
Pamela Madrisky bonded. Madrisky. What about Negron Cruz? Is that an interpreter?
Interpretation, Your Honor.
Okay, sir. Mr. Ortega, what's your date of birth?
October the 7th, 1971.
Sir, you've been arrested under case number 2019 CF 11189 for burglary of a structure. In relation to this matter, this allegedly occurred on August the 6th of 2019. Do you want a lawyer to assist you?
Yes.
Okay, you do qualify, public defenders appointed. You owe a $50 fee, that's due within 30 days. State, no return, anything else?
Your Honor, I just wanted to,
Hang on.
No contacts, no weapons.
No contact with who?
A victim of Cindy Locke,
What was the last name, I'm sorry?
L-O-O-C.
L-O-O-C. Okay, and no return to the 856 High Street?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So, Mr. Jordan, you had a question. Did you ask the public defender? Mr. Ortega, you had a question. Did you ask Mr. Jordan to represent the public defender's office?
I've asked him to represent me. See, I don't even know why I was arrested because I lived at that
Okay,
address.
hang on to that thought. The alleged owner of the property says you don't live there, so you're gonna have to have that discussed with your lawyer at a later point, and then present, if you do, there by lease or whatever, or a legal right, then that can be presented at a later point in time. But right now, on the face of the paperwork I have, it looks like there is probable cause, okay? So we'll set the bond at $3,500. You're to have no contact with Cindy Locke and no return to 856 High Street. Do you have personal belongings there?
Yes.
State, can he return one time to get personal belongings?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay, you can return one time with law enforcement to get any personal belongings. Now, if there's a dispute as to the item, you're not taking it,
Okay.
okay? And if you can't physically move the item, you're not taking it, okay?
All right.
Any questions?
No.
All right, and you have to arrange it with law enforcement, so don't just go onto the property.
Okay.
All right, keep in contact with your lawyer and have a good day, sir.
Okay.
You're welcome. Hi, sir, your name, please?
Christopher Riccatelli,
And your date of birth, sir?
10/21/1982.
Sir, you've been arrested under case 2019 CF 11193. In relation to this particular matter, you've got a possession of fentanyl, a possession of alprazolam, a possession of cannabis, a possession of drug paraphernalia, and a tampering with physical evidence. These events allegedly occurred on August the 6th of 2019. Do you want a lawyer to assist you, sir?
Yes.
You do qualify. Public defenders appointed. You owe a $50 fee. That's due within 30 days. State, other than no return to the 7-Eleven and don't possess any illegal substances or alcohol, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, sir, on the possession of fentanyl, the bond's 1,000. The other count, oh no, can't do it that way. Possession of alprazolam is 150. Possession of cannabis is 100. Drug paraphernalia is 100. And tampering, we'll put that at 100 also for you. Don't possess or consume any alcohol or illegal substances, and don't return to the 7-Eleven at 1201 North Cimarron Boulevard for me. I appointed the public defender to assist you. Any questions?
No.
Good luck. Hi, sir. Your name, please?
Charles Richard Sanchez,
Mr. Sanchez, what's your date of birth, sir?
September 8, 1961.
Sir, you've been arrested under case 2019 CF 11192. for grand theft third degree of a motor vehicle that allegedly occurred on August the 6th. Do you want a lawyer to assist you?
Yes, please.
Okay. You do qualify, public defenders appointed. You owe $50 fee, that's due within 30 days. You don't pay, gets that as additional cost. State other than no contact with the victim, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Sir, your bond is $1,000 and no contact with Luz, L-U-Z, Cuellar, C-U-E-L-L-A-R, while this matter's pending. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Your Honor, what was the bond again, and does he currently have probation?
He is on probation, but there's no hold.
Okay, there is no.
Bond is a-
Yeah, I didn't have anything about probation, so I didn't know about that. And the bond was $1,000, Counselor. Of course, now that you told me about the probation, maybe I should change my mind. No, I'm not. Go on. Hi, sir. Your name, please?
Anthony Seraphin,
Mr. Seraphin, your date of birth, sir?
09/22/89.
Sir, you've been arrested under case 2018 CF 14692. In regard to these matters, this is an amended arrest warrant that alleges burglary of structure and criminal mischief. These events allegedly occurred on January the 14th of 2018 at the Auto Nation, and they were based on a lab concerning some blood drops. Do you want a lawyer to assist you?
Yes, ma'am.
Has the public defender already been appointed? Because it says he failed to show up for pretrial conference.
Yes, Your Honor, on the 2017 case, we have been appointed.
Okay, so
And it-
I'll appoint you on the 2018 case. There is a $50 fee in relation to that. State on the 2018 case, is bond okay and no return?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, bond on the burglary of a structure of the Auto Nation is $1,500. The criminal mischief is $500. You are not to return to Auto Nation at 12881 West Colonial Drive in Winter Garden. And then in regard to the 2017 CF 11819, that's a failure to appear for 2 counts. You're on a no bond status for that based on the judge who issued the warrant for you, and the public defender's already appointed on that one. Any questions, sir?
No, ma'am.
Good luck to you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hi, sir. Your name, please?
Latavia Shepherd.
Mr. Shepherd.
Yes, ma'am. How you
Date
doing?
of birth?
August 2nd, 1982.
You've been arrested under 2019 CF 11195, possession of MDMA. These events allegedly occurred on August the 6th. Do you want a lawyer to assist you?
Yes, ma'am, please.
Okay, you do qualify. Public defenders appointed. You owe a $50 fee.
Thank you.
State you have position in regard to bond other than no drugs or alcohol, and he's out on bond for another case.
Have one moment, Your Honor. Same request, instead to double the bond on the current case, the 19 CF 1195, take no action on the other bond.
Okay. So, Mr. Shepherd, have you not made a charging decision on the other
We
case?
have, it's filed on,
It's filed. Does he have a return date?
he has a pretrial conference September the 4th.
Does he have a lawyer?
Yes, the Public Defender's Office represents him on the out-on-bond case.
Okay, so we'll leave that one alone, all right? The bond on the current charge will set at $2,000. Don't possess any illegal, consume or possess any illegal substances or alcohol, and stay away from 1310 West Central Boulevard where this incident occurred, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Any other questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you got the public defender. Keep in contact with him. Don't miss your court dates. Have a good day, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
please?
Jennifer Sparks.
I'm sorry?
Jennifer Sparks.
Ms. Sparks, what's your date of birth?
1276.
Ms. Sparks, you've been arrested under 2019 CF 11197 for possession of heroin and an assignation to commit prostitution as a third offense, which makes it a felony. These allegedly occurred on August the 6th. Do you want a lawyer to assist you? Yes? Okay. If you do qualify, I'll appoint the public defender to assist you in relation to this matter. State, they allege it's their third offense, but they didn't tell me about the others, so you got some information?
I don't, Your Honor. So state has no objection to treating it as a misdemeanor, so $100 as to count 2.
Okay. And then no drugs
Correct, Your Honor.
and no return?
Correct.
That's acceptable, Your Honor.
All right. So the possession of heroin bond is at 1,000. The assignation, the state has no information to show me it's a third offense, so we'll set the bond at 100, which is acceptable to the public defender at this point. You're not to consume or possess any alcohol or illegal substances, and no return to 2nd Street and Edgewater Drive in Orlando, Florida, where this incident occurred. Any questions, ma'am? Have a good day. Name, please?
Tolland Thomas.
Was it Ronnie?
Ronnie Thomas refused to attend, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Ronnie Thomas refused to attend, so we'll set him for tomorrow and see if he wants to come visit us. You are Tawan Thomas, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And your date of birth, sir?
10/27/98.
Sir, you were arrested under case 2019 CF 11201 for a charge of possession of cocaine. In relation to this matter, do you want a lawyer to assist you?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any income right now? No? All right. I'll appoint the public defender. You owe a $50 fee. That's due within 30 days. State, other than no return and no drugs, anything else you want?
No, Your Honor.
Sir, your bond is $1,000. Don't possess or consume any alcohol or illegal substances, and no return to the intersection of Westmoreland Drive and West Colonial for me, okay? Any question? Name, please?
Mel Dawson.
What happened to Ashley Welch?
Surety bond, Your Honor.
And you're Mr. Dawson, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And your date of birth, Mr. Dawson?
8/29/86.
Mr. Dawson, they've got you for disorderly conduct allegedly on August the 6th under case 2019 MO 1421, providing, what's your birthday?
8/29/86.
Yep, that's right. So in relation to this particular matter, you're out on bond for a possession of cannabis.
Oh,
That's what it says here.
no, ma'am.
No?
No, ma'am.
Out on bond.
Oh, ma'am.
So let me see what this is. 2019.
It's a possession of cannabis less than synthetic cannabis, actually. It was filed on May 31st of this year.
Okay, so is he out on bond on that one?
Yes, it was downgraded from a felony trafficking offense.
Oh, it was downgraded from a felony. Okay, so apparently had a felony and they decided to downgrade it to a misdemeanor charge, okay? So, and you have a public defender in those cases also, Mr. Dawson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So state, is there an offer for him It technically is a panhandling charge for the disorderly conduct.
They added the panhandling subsection under disorderly conduct this year. Anyway, there is an offer from the state. It is an adjudication of guilt, credit time served, as well as court costs. And I have conveyed that offer to the defendant, and he does wish to accept it
Okay,
with a plea of no
2 days
contest.
time served.
okay. So, Mr. Dawson, is that what you want to do in relation to the new charge?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you under the influence of any drugs or any alcohol here today?
No, ma'am.
Any mental or emotional difficulties?
No, ma'am.
Read and write the English language?
Yes, ma'am.
You got to sign that form for me.
Oh, did you have questions?
And the state will recommend no action on the Allen Bond case.
Okay,
It does have a just FYI, he does have a status hearing August the 29th in Division 61 on that case.
okay. So, Mr. Dawson, is this your signature on this plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that by signing the form, you're telling me you understand the constitutional rights that are on the front of the form, and you're willing to give them up or waive them? Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any question about those rights?
No, ma'am.
You're also telling me you understand the penalties that can be imposed and the offer that was made to you. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any question about the penalties or the offer?
No, ma'am.
Has anybody threatened, coerced, or promised you anything for the plea?
No, ma'am.
Think it's a good idea to get it over with today?
Yes, ma'am.
Not on probation for anything, are you?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand the consequences if you're not a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else you want to ask me or tell me, Mr. Dawson?
No, ma'am.
Sir, the court finds that you understand your plea has been voluntarily entered. There's a factual basis for acceptance of the plea pursuant to the charging affidavit. Court will accept your plea, find you guilty, adjudicate you guilty of the disorderly conduct, require you serve 2 days with credit for 2 days' time served, okay? You owe court cost. Can't waive that for you. You want a year to pay that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll give you 365 days. You can pay little payments along the way, and if you make an effort and can't get it paid by the year, then they might be able to give you an extension, but they gotta see some effort. Otherwise, there's consequences to not paying,
Yes, ma'am.
okay? You also need to stay away from Magnolia and Colonial intersection
Yes, ma'am.
for about 60 days. The officers will be looking for you in that area.
Yes, ma'am.
So probably a good idea not to do that. Now, your other case has been filed on, and you have a date to return on August the 29th
Yes, ma'am.
in Division 61,
Yes,
okay?
ma'am.
So make sure you keep in contact with your lawyer and you're back in court on that date downtown, because otherwise they'll forfeit whatever you did on that one, and they'll put you at no bond status,
Yes,
okay?
ma'am.
Any questions? All right,
ma'am.
you have the right to appeal. You must do so in writing within 30 days. If you can't afford a lawyer, one may be appointed. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hi, sir. Your name, please?
Stephen McCarter,
Mr. McCarter, what's your date of birth?
8/28/86.
Sir, you've been arrested under 2019 MO 1422 for disorderly conduct, specifically panhandling. Is there an offer on this one, Mr. Jordan?
Yes, Your Honor, the offer is the same in adjudication of guilt as well as credit time served and court costs. I have spoken with the defendant, and he does wish to accept the offer.
Okay.
The state said they had no objection to ROR if he did not want to accept the offer.
Okay. So, Mr. Carter, you want to go ahead and resolve it, or you want me to
Yeah.
release you on your own recognizance and let you come back to court?
Yeah.
Yep. You want to resolve it, or
Yeah.
yep?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Is that a no contest plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or any alcohol here today, sir?
No, not today.
Any mental or emotional difficulties?
No, ma'am.
Do you read and write the English language?
Yep. Yes, ma'am.
Is that a yeah? Okay. Is this your signature on this plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have an opportunity to read over this form, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that by signing it, you're telling me you understand the constitutional rights that are on the front of the form, and you're willing to give them up or waive them? Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any question about those rights?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you're also telling me you understand the penalties that could be imposed and the offer that was made to you, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any question about the offer or the penalties, sir?
No.
Has anybody threatened, coerced, or promised you anything for the plea?
No, ma'am.
Think it's a good idea to get it over with today?
Yeah.
You're not on probation for anything, are you, sir?
Oh, no.
And do you understand the consequences if you're not a U.S. citizen? Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then it's not relevant to you if you're a citizen. Anything else you'd like to ask me or tell me, Mr.
No,
McCarter?
ma'am.
Okay, court cost is gonna be about $278 or $73. You want a year to take care of that?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, the court finds that you understand your plea is when you voluntarily entered. There's a factual basis pursuant to the charging affidavit. Court will accept your plea, find you guilty, adjudicate you guilty, require you to serve 2 days Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days time served, so you'll be released later on. You owe that court cost, I'll give you 365 days from today to pay that. You pay it little payments, just get it paid by the end of the year, or
Yes, ma'am.
next time, August the 6th. In relation to this matter, you need to stay away from the intersection of Colonial and Huey where the I-4 is,
Okay.
because they're gonna be looking for you. Just
Yeah.
stay away for 60 days, okay? All right. You satisfied?
Yes, ma'am.
And you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
You have the right to appeal. Good luck.
Have a good day.
Hi, name please?
Bill Pollard,
Mr. Pollard. What's your date of birth, Mr. Pollard?
52585.
Mr. Pollard, they've arrested you under 2019 MO 142380 for an open container in violation of a city ordinance that allegedly occurred on August the 6th. Has there been an offer on this case?
There has been, but he is on probation.
Your Honor, he is on probation. I have his probation officer right here next to me. We do have a warrant that needs to get signed for the VOP, so I didn't know if you wanted to do that now or after court.
Oh, give it to me now. Who's an 85? Oh, Harball. Okay. So, Mr. Pollard, do you want a lawyer to assist you with the open container since you don't want to take an offer on it at this point?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll appoint the public defender to assist you. You owe a $50 fee. That's due within 30 days. Now, I've also got a violation of probation for you. It alleges that you're on probation for the offense of driving under the influence, that you allegedly have violated that probation because of your arrest for the open container, which is condition 4, based on a new arrest, and condition 8, when you failed to pay the cost of supervision and you owe about $100 in arrears. The judge just signed the warrant for you in regard to that violation of probation, and we set your bond at $1,500 for the violation of probation in 2019 CT 4466AO. On the open container under the 1423, the bond is $250. You want the public defender on the VOP too?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you got the public defender on both of them then. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, good luck.
Sir, here you go. You do have a bond?
Hi, sir, your name, please?
Alberto Brandi.
What happened to Mr. Thompson?
We saw him at the move-up, Your Honor.
Oh, he was a move-up, okay. Alberto Brandy, is that correct? Okay, and Mr. Brandy, your date of birth?
42484.
Mr. Brandy, you've been arrested under 2019 MM 6535AO for petty theft. Allegedly occurred on August the 6th. Involves an incident at Kohl's. I'm showing you're out on bond for possession of cocaine and some other charges. Did you want the public defender to assist you with this process this morning?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Counsel, was there an offer?
No, Your Honor.
Nope, okay. So there's no offer in relation to this matter. State, do you have a position? The bond is drug charge, the other case is drug charges. I don't know if you filed it yet.
Yes, Your Honor, the state filed the possession of cocaine, possession of heroin, possession of paraphernalia, and a dual list.
He has a case management conference on August the 12th at 9 a.m.
Okay, so that's Monday.
As the bond be revoked and at least doubled, which would be 5,000 count one, 300 on count two, 200 on count three, and then 100 on count four.
Okay,
Your
wait.
Honor, we
It
asked-
was 5,000 on count one and what?
300 on count two,
Okay,
200 on count three, and we added count four, so just leave it as $100.
Your Honor, we would ask that no action be taken, given the fact that if his trial judge wishes to take action, he will be seeing him shortly.
He'll
And the
see you
fact that
Monday,
the
yeah.
charges are unrelated. It is a drug case he's out on bond on, but this case today is a petty theft misdemeanor.
okay. There is some research, though, that says that people who allegedly have drug problems commit misdemeanor crimes, including petty thefts and prostitutions and those types of things.
I understand,
So-
Your Honor. I would note that if that is the case, he has a very limited history. Only 2 misdemeanor convictions, and his last failure to appear was in 2018.
Okay. All right, so State, you want a no return, right, to the courts?
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay. So, sir, in regard to the petty theft, we'll set the bond at $250, no return to the Coles at 422 North Alafaya Drive in relation to this matter. And on the possession of cocaine, yeah, I'm not gonna bother the bonds on that for you at this point. So we won't revoke that. Sorry, State. But don't possess any illegal substances on the petty theft, okay? So no drugs or alcohol on the petty theft. Name, please?
Franklin D'Angelo Smangrum.
Sir, your date of birth?
04/15/88.
I bet you get a lot of comments about that, don't you?
Tax day.
Tax day, yeah. So- Sir, they've arrested you under 2019-293028 for trespass on property after warning. In relation to this matter, do you want the public defender's office to assist you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, public defender's appointed you a $50 fee. Has there been an offer on this trespass?
Yes, Your Honor. The offer from the state is an adjudication of guilt, credit time served, 2 days, no return to Lake Eola. I have spoken with my client. He does wish to accept that offer.
Okay. So, Mr. Mangrum, is that a no contest plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or any alcohol here today?
No, ma'am.
Any mental or emotional difficulties?
No, ma'am.
Read and write the English language?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Is this your signature on this plea form? Is this your signature?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that by signing this form, you're telling me you understand the constitutional rights that are on the form and you're willing to waive them or give them up? Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any question about those rights?
No, ma'am.
You're also telling me you understand the penalties that can be imposed and the offer that was made to you. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any question about the penalties or the offer?
No, ma'am. I accept.
Has anybody threatened, coerced, or promised you anything for the plea?
No, ma'am.
Think it's a good idea to get it over with today?
Yes, ma'am.
You're not on probation for anything, are you?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand the consequences if you're not a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else you want to ask me or tell me?
No, ma'am.
Sir, the court finds that you understand your plea has been voluntarily entered. There's a factual basis pursuant to the charging affidavit. Court will accept your plea, find you guilty, adjudicate you guilty of the trespass, Require you serve 2 days Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served, so you're released later on today. You owe that court cost. That's gonna be about $323 or so. You want a year to pay that?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll give you $365 days to pay that in relation to this. You can pay little payments if you want, just get it paid by the year date for me, okay? Are you satisfied with the services of your lawyer?
Yes, ma'am.
You do have the right to appeal, must do so in writing within 30 days. If you can't afford a lawyer, one may be appointed. Don't return to Lake Eola. You go back there, they're gonna be looking for you and they'll arrest you again, okay? For 60 days. Have a good day.
Happy to.
Hi, sir, your name, please?
My name is Carlos Jason Renta.
Mr. Renta, what's your date of birth?
Date of birth, sir.
3/1976, ma'am.
Sir, they've arrested you under 2019 MM6532 for trespass after warning and a conveyance on August the 6th of 2019. Do you want the public defender's assistance today, sir?
Yes, is in this,
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's the
yes.
gentleman. Okay, public defender's appointed you owe a $50 fee. Mr. Jordan's there been an offer?
Yes, Your Honor. The offer from the state is an adjudication of guilt, credit time served, no return. He does wish to accept that offer and enter a plea of no contest.
Okay. So, sir, you want to enter a plea of no contest, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or any alcohol here today?
No, ma'am.
Any mental or emotional difficulties? Do you read and write the English language?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this your signature on this plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that by signing it, you're telling me you understand the constitutional rights on the front of the form and you're willing to waive them or give them up? Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you have any question about those rights?
No, no.
You're also telling me you understand the penalties that can be imposed and the offer that was made to you. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you have any question about the penalties or the offer?
No.
Has anybody threatened, coerced, or promised you anything for the plea?
No.
Think it's a good idea to get it over with today?
Yes.
You're not on probation for anything, are you, sir?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
And do you understand the consequences if you're not a U.S. citizen?
Yes, I do.
Is there anything you'd like to ask me, anything you want to tell me?
No, thank you. Thank you.
Sir, the court finds that you understand your plea is when you voluntarily entered. There's a factual basis for acceptance of the plea pursuant to the charging affidavit. Court will accept your plea, find you guilty, adjudicate you guilty of the offense of trespass, require you serve 2 days Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served, no return to the auto zone at 4659 South Orange Blossom Trail for a minimum period of 60 days. If they gave you a trespass order, you gotta stay away longer, okay? You do owe court costs. That's gonna be about $323. Can you do that in a year?
Yes, within a year I can.
Okay, I'll give you 365 days to take care of that. You pay it all at once. You can pay it in little payments. Just get it paid by the end of the period. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
You satisfied with the services of the lawyer?
Yes, I am. Thank
You
you.
do have the right to appeal. Good luck to you, sir. Hi, sir. Your name, please?
Cornelius Timothy.
Is it Mr. Timothy? Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and your date of birth, sir?
10/13/83.
Sir, you've been arrested under 2019 MM6524 for petty theft. These events allegedly occurred on August the 6th. Do you want a lawyer to assist you, sir?
Ma'am?
Do you want a lawyer to assist you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you do qualify, public defender's appointed. Has there been an offer on this one?
There is not, the state has no objection to PTR, and with the no return.
He doesn't have an address.
The only thing with the plea, the PTR, he has 12 failure to appears. So I don't know if they took that, I don't know if they actually saw the 12 failure to appears, but I need to
So, Steve?
And, 250 bond and no return.
Your Honor, the last failure to appear was over a year ago. We still ask for PTR in this case.
They're just saying he won't qualify.
Well, he doesn't, yeah, he won't qualify,
Oh, okay.
so,
250
okay.
sounds agreeable.
So, are you sure it's Mr. Timothy, or is it Timothy Cornelius?
Is it Cornelius Timothy?
Yeah, Cornelius Timothy.
It's Cornelius Timothy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, bond is $250. Don't return to the Chevron at 601 North John Young Parkway. While this case is pending, I appointed the public defender. Keep in contact with them. When you bond out, they're gonna give you a date to show back up in court. Don't miss your court date, okay? Good morning, ma'am. Would you tell me your name
Diana Valadares,
and your date of birth, Miss Valadares?
9/1888.
Miss Valadares, you've been arrested under 2019 MM 6539 for trespass on property after warning. This allegedly occurred on August the 6th. In relation to this particular matter, do you want a lawyer to assist you?
Yes.
Okay. You do qualify. Public defenders appointed you a $50 fee. In regard to the trespass, Mr. Jordan, was there an offer?
Yes, the offer from the state is an adjudication of guilt, credit time served, no return. She does wish to accept that offer, as well as court costs, I'm sorry. This will be a
Okay.
plea of no contest.
No contest.
Did you have any questions, ma'am?
No.
Are you a citizen?
Yes.
You on probation?
No.
Ma'am, are you under the influence of any drugs or any alcohol?
No.
Do you have any mental or emotional difficulties?
No.
Do you read and write the English language?
Yes.
Is this your signature on this plea form?
Yes.
Do you understand that by signing the form, you're telling me you understand the constitutional rights on the front of the form and you're willing to waive them or give them up? Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you have any question about those rights?
No.
You're also telling me you understand the minimum and the maximum penalties in the offer that was made to you. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you have any question about the offer or the penalties?
No.
Has anybody threatened, coerced, or promised you anything for the plea?
No.
Think it's a good idea to get it over with today?
Yes.
Not on probation for anything, are you?
No.
Do you understand the consequences if you're not a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
And you wanted to plead no contest, correct?
Yes.
Anything else you want to ask me or tell me, ma'am?
No, Your Honor.
Ma'am, the court finds that you understand your plea has been voluntarily entered. There's a factual basis pursuant to the charging affidavit. Court will accept your plea, find you guilty, adjudicate you guilty, require you to serve 2 days Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days time served, so you'll be released later on today. You're
Okay.
not to return to the 7-Eleven at 3974 South Orange Blossom Trail. They've given you a trespass warning, so you need to stay away from there. You go back there, they'll arrest you, okay?
Okay.
You do have the right to appeal. Are you satisfied with the services of your lawyer?
Okay.
Okay. You're supposed to say yes, you're
Oh, yes.
satisfied. All right, you
Yes.
did a good job. All right, you have a good day, ma'am.
Thank you.
Hi, sir, your name, please?
Kevin Nunez.
Mr. Nunez, what's your date of birth?
June 25, 1993.
Sir, you've been arrested for an out-of-county warrant. It is out of Osceola County for sexual activity with a child. In relation to this matter, it's a no bond status. Does he have any local charges? No. Okay. So they'll notify Osceola that you're here, and they'll make arrangements to transport you within about 24 hours, and then you'll see about a lawyer over there and everything. Any questions, sir?
No, that was my question.
Okay.
And Your Honor, he does have reporting requirements, so once he's released from jail, he needs to report his local address to DMV and local authorities.
Okay, well, right now he's on a no bond, so I don't want to go through that with him and confuse him anymore. He can deal with that when he gets over to Osceola. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
That's for you. That's done. Hi, ma'am, your name, please?
Alicia Rivers,
And your date of birth, Ms. Rivers.
5/8/1979.
Ms. Rivers, I have an out-of-county warrant for you for a violation of probation out of Seminole County, it looks like. In relation to this particular matter, you're on a no bond status. Does she have any local matters? Okay, you don't have any local matters, so we'll notify Seminole County that you're available for transport. They'll make that arrangement in about 24 hours, and then you can talk to them about bond or what's going on with your case. Any questions? Good luck to you. Hi, name please?
Sean Atkins.
What happened to Alvarez?
Spanish interpreter, Your Honor.
Mr. Atkins, what's your date of birth?
5/22/93, ma'am.
Sir, you were arrested under case 2019 MM 6468 for trespass in a structure, conveyance, and criminal mischief. The events allegedly occurred on August the 4th at the property located at 9015 Terrence Oak Court. In relation to this particular matter, I was supposed to see you the other day, but you apparently were in the hospital, so you've been released from the hospital, so you're here today.
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Sir, in relation to this matter, do you want a lawyer to assist you with this matter?
I did hire the public defender, Your
You
Honor.
did?
Yeah.
When did you hire him?
I signed the paper in the,
The judge has to appoint.
oh, sorry.
You did, you signed the paperwork for him, but you didn't really hire him yet, okay? Actually, you technically don't qualify. You make a little bit too much income, but it's only about $37
Okay,
above what the amount is. So you have no other income, is that correct?
correct.
Okay, you don't own anything like a house or an automobile or a jet airplane?
No, ma'am.
Don't have any interest in any gold mines or diamond mines or winning lottery tickets?
No, just getting better.
I'll
going
appoint the
home.
public defender then to assist you in regard to
Appreciate
this
it.
matter. State, was there, defense, was there an offer on this?
I have not received an offer from the state.
Okay.
I assume it's because of the criminal mischief and the victims.
Yeah, okay. So bond okay, you just don't want him to return?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, Mr. Atkins, the bond on the trespass is $250. The bond on the criminal mischief is $100. You're not to return to 9015 Terrence Oak Court while this matter is pending. And I appointed the public defender to assist you, so you need to keep in contact with them. Any questions? Any questions?
Well, Your Honor, I have a question. So, during my, process, I don't have my phone or any communication with anybody on the outside. Not
Yeah.
even my mom knows I'm in here.
Does your mom live locally?
In Orlando, correct?
Okay.
Um,
They'll let you make a phone call from the jail phone. It'll be a collect call,
I
your
just,
mom accepts it, that's fine. They won't give you your cell phone.
no, I didn't come here with the phone. I just got to the jail today from the hospital since
Okay.
Sunday.
All
I've
right.
been technically incarcerated since Sunday in the hospital.
Yeah, I know. So what's the question?
Well, I have no access to my funds because I didn't come here. I came with no phone, no wallet. I have no access to any of my funds.
So you can give the public defender your mom's phone number?
I don't even know it, ma'am.
Because it's in your phone, yeah.
No, I didn't come here with the phone, is what I'm saying.
Wait, your mom's phone number is in your phone? No?
My phone was lost.
What's your mom's phone number?
No,
Do you know your mom's phone number?
no, ma'am.
Have you ever known your mom's phone number?
It changed when she went to Germany and came back.
Okay.
So I had it on my phone, but during,
If you don't have somebody you can contact,
The Public Defender's Office has investigators that can find out how to contact his mother, that he may not know of
yeah.
at their disposal.
may I ask that due to the severity of my medical conditions, and I got into a car accident 2 weeks ago, so I have been seeing a chiropractor outside, that is it possible that I can get, can I come back to court, as time served to come back? Do you know what I mean?
I don't have a face sheet. Does he qualify for PTR? No?
Yes, 5 failure to appears, we have no problem.
So he has a history.
Yes, oh, yes.
Yeah, he has a history. He doesn't
I didn't
qualify
have a
for a
sheet.
PTR, yeah.
The only
So-
reset I have is Stuckey.
Yeah. Sir, in relation to this matter, what will happen is the state will check in regard to the criminal mischief charge, which is why they don't have an offer for you today. Well, normally they'd have an offer for you today, but we have a victim in the criminal mischief charge, so they have to check with that victim, all right?
So can I not acknowledge to just pay the victim?
No, you can't do that because you don't know how much it is. If they say it's, wait. I know what it says in here,
Okay.
but that doesn't necessarily mean that's the amount, okay? So if you say you want to plead to it and I can reserve as to an amount of restitution, you agree to it, and then they come back and say it's $5,000, then we have a problem. So I can't let you plead to it till we at least communicate with the victim to verify the amounts and get the information.
And how long could that take?
Okay. Hopefully, the state will do that pretty quickly, and they'll keep in contact with your lawyer, and your lawyer will try to move you up as soon as they find out about it, okay?
How long could I say?
So, and he will also try to contact somebody on your behalf to see if they can post the bond for you, Mr. Atkins.
No, but I can do it.
You're welcome. Hi, sir, your name, please?
Palmer Stuckey.
What happened to Gerardo Ruiz, interpreter?
Yes, sir. And
Hernandez, interpreter? And what happened to Nicole McKeely? Did we already do her? Okay.
Your Honor, may I approach Mr. Stuckey?
Yes, ma'am.
I emailed a copy to the state, to the defense earlier this morning. I'm just gonna approach it to get.
All right. This is the one we talked about yesterday, where we couldn't find the information about the carjacking with a firearm. So I gave him the bond on the other ones, I believe, and gave him conditions on the grand theft.
That is my notes, Your Honor.
Okay, so, Mr. Jordan, did you get a chance to look at this?
I have received it, but I haven't had a chance to review it.
Well, take a few minutes and look at it. So State, maybe I missed it, but I don't see anything about Mr. Stuckey in this.
He's the driver of the second car, let's see.
That had the,
He was the driver of the Saturn. So the officer says that he was trailing, when he saw the stolen car, it was being trailed by, in the original affidavit, it was being trailed by a Saturn, looking like they were working together. Both cars are found in the driveway by a tarp. Trying to find Mr. Stuckey's.
so based on the circumstantial evidence, the officer believed the two people driving the cars were working in concert.
Correct, Your Honor.
But
I'm
the
looking-
victim never saw the.
Okay, hang on, I know that's coming. I just want to make sure I got it straight, what we're doing here.
Correct. The victim only identifies the co-defendant as the person that actually had the gun carjacked. That defendant, Mr. Parkinson, I believe is his name, drove away in her vehicle with the car.
Okay, and that was the alleged juvenile that we didn't have the paperwork on.
Oh, I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, that was the juvenile that we didn't have the paperwork
Okay. I'm looking at, it's facts page 10 at the top.
on. Okay.
Where they talked to Palmer Stuckey. And he states that he didn't know the juvenile, he didn't know anything about the car, his girlfriend had been allowed him to borrow the car. They reach out to the owner of the vehicle, who says she never let anybody borrow the car and she wants to press charges.
Right, I already gave him a bond on that, told him to have no contact with Miss Rosalind Williams.
But I believe it's the officer who says he sees the Saturn following the stolen car and parking in the same place, that's the reason why he puts Mr. Stuckey with Mr. Parkinson.
Okay. And is the property that they found the car at the drug house supposedly?
Near the drug.
Yes,
Near the
back
drug
of the tarp.
Okay,
Across the street.
It wasn't the same house as the drug.
okay. So State, what's your position in regard to bond on the carjacking with a firearm?
Okay.
Because that was the one we didn't have probable cause on or anything.
Your Honor, based on the officer's statement that he saw the Saturn, the car that Mr. Stuckey was driving, following the stolen vehicle, that based on the officer saying that he believed they were working in concert, State requests that even though he was not the person with the firearm or that got out of the vehicle to carjack the victim, that it would still be the principal theory and the defendant should be held at no bond.
And I assume, Counselor, you disagree with that?
I not only think that if there was probable cause, he would be deserving of a bond, but I don't believe there's probable cause here for the carjacking, considering the victim herself does not report seeing another car follow the cars every step. They simply happen to end up in the same house near a drug house. There is no other connection between the perpetrator of the carjacking and the defendant here today. There's no testimony given in the police report, and there's no mention of the defendant's presence during the carjacking or assisting the perpetrator, the alleged perpetrator of the carjacking in any way or form.
Yeah, State, I tend to agree with the defense. I just don't see it here at this point. So in regard to the carjacking with a firearm, I don't find there's probable cause he can be released. You want him ROR?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ma'am, I couldn't see.
Okay.
Sorry, my bad.
The reason being is because he's got the bond on the other one. I don't know whether he can do the bond on the other one. Okay, so he can be released ROR since there's no probable cause on that one. He's got the bond on the other one and the conditions that were previously imposed in relation to this matter. Anything further for this gentleman?
Is there any other hold on him? No, you're fine.
So I could bond out, ma'am?
According to corrections, you can.
Oh.
don't know.
Free police?
We'll see. Yes, you can.
Thank you.
Okay, we are adjourned. No, we're in recess for the morning. We'll start back at 1. Thanks, everybody. What's this? To Jill. Okay, got it.
You just here. I think it's you. This is her fault.
On the record for the afternoon session, I'm Senior Judge Carolyn Freeman. I have Ms. Swanson on behalf of the state, Mr. Jordan on behalf of the defense. And corrections, are we ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Maybe, yes? Okay, good. Oh, I forgot to ask corrections if everybody was here. You don't need this stack, do you? You gave it to me, so no, you don't need it. This morning you needed it, because I still have it.
Looks like he's supposed to give you the name. Okay, well, still gotta give you the name. If you don't tell me who your PC challenges are. Reem? One of them bonded. Andrea bonded.
So if you've still got questions, we can take the time when we get to that person.
Yes.
Okay. Hi, sir, your name, please?
Andre Buford.
Mr. Buford, you're here on a warrant for a violation of probation.
Yes, ma'am.
In relation to this matter, it alleges that you were put on probation for aggravated child abuse. They allege that you violated condition 1 when you didn't report as instructed, and you violated special condition that you failed to enroll in batter's intervention. The warrant was signed by Judge Young on July the 19th of 2019. You're on a no bond status. Do you want a lawyer to assist you, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you do qualify. I'll appoint the public defender. You owe a $50 fee. It's due within 30 days. You don't pay it, it gets as additional cost when your case is concluded. Do we still have VOP divisions in circuit? No. Apparently not. Y'all don't know anything about it, so. All right, it'll get put on the docket when they get ready for it, sir. Have a good day. Hi, sir. Your name, please?
Kevin Deschler,
Mr. Deschler, what's your date of birth?
12/12/67.
Sir, they've arrested you in regard to case number 2019 CF 11209AO for burglary of a dwelling. These events allegedly occurred on August the 6th. Do you want a lawyer to assist you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you do qualify. Public defenders appointed you owe a $50 fee. That's due within 30 days. State, you want no contact with the owner, no return to the residence, and if they're not related with the co-defendant, then you want no contact with the co-defendant, right?
Correct, Your Honor.
Are you related to Ms. Wyland? Live with her, girlfriend, boyfriend?
Your friends, yes.
You're friends. Do you live together?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have a romantic relationship? Do you live, would you be living?
We did, yes.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want to ask me or tell me, sir?
Huh?
Just, yeah, do you?
Oh, the only thing, I have a U-Haul that's there on the street.
It's at that property?
It's near the property, it's not in front of it.
Okay.
And I have animals that have gotten out through this whole ordeal and stuff, and I didn't know what I could do about getting that stuff out of there, and
Okay, well, do you have the wherewithal to move the U-Haul? Do you have a vehicle to pick it up and move it?
I could,
Or is it a U-Haul transporting truck?
yes, it is, yes, it is.
Okay, do you have a driver's license?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then in regard to the burglary dwelling, the bond is $5,000, no contact with Margarita Davis, no return to 808 Woodward Street. You may return one time with law enforcement, as long as you have proof that the U-Haul is yours, and you can get the U-Haul. The animals, if animal control hasn't picked them up, which I can't promise you anything about, were they in the residence? No. Were they in the U-Haul?
No, ma'am.
Okay, then I don't know whether they picked them up or not. So if your animals are there, you can certainly get them. I have no objection to you picking up your animals. But if animal control has them, you'll have to deal with animal control. No discussion of this case with your co-defendant, Mr. Jordan.
Yes. I believe the theory of the charges is a burglary of a dwelling because he was trespassing, and the intent to commit a crime therein was the stealing of electricity.
Uh-huh, that's what it looked like to me.
That's what it looked like. I would also note that he does not have a criminal history, and this seems to be, furthermore, better handled in a civil matter, given the fact that they've been evicted and no longer have a home. I have spoken with the co-defendant, and apparently she does have an alternative address of a friend's home they could stay at. If that were a possibility of providing PTR with an alternative address, could we order pretrial release? And PTR, would they qualify if they provided? No, no,
No, he wouldn't be asking that on a PBL.
no, no. He has one misdemeanor.
State, it does appear that's what your charges are related to, unless you saw something else that I didn't see. Would you object to that if he qualifies?
My only concern is, does he have a residence that he's going to?
They're both, she said they would both be able to reside there.
Yes.
What residence? You have a residence?
Yes,
She
yeah.
does. She has the number and contact information. The co-defendant's name is, and I'm sorry.
Wyland.
I spoke with both of them, but I spoke with him first, so I didn't have a chance to
The
talk with him.
co-defendant is
about this.
Wyland.
Yes, CC Wyland.
She's the last person in the felony group.
Oh, okay, Judge. All right, we can do bond or PTR.
And in the instance where PTR does not work out, I would ask for a reduction in bond considering
Because
5,000 for.
I just pulled her information, I mean, this says transient for her as well, so.
Both of their addresses on their, I'm sorry, her address on her driver's license shows the address of the alleged incident, which would mean that she no longer lives there.
Right.
As such, the transient status would be a most recent addition.
Okay. So state, what's your
But if they
position
were able to
about
provide
reducing
the
the bond to
address of a friend, they could stay
2,500
at.
if he doesn't qualify for PTR?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay.
Charge to.
So, Mr. Jordan, let's do this. We'll put the bond at 2,500 with those same conditions, or pretrial release, if qualified, with the local address with the co-defendant. How's that?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay? Any other inquiries, Mr. Jordan?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Any inquiries, sir?
I think I'm okay.
You think you're okay?
I'm open.
All right, good luck.
Thank you for your patience.
All right.
Please review those contact information. If PTR doesn't work out, talk to your attorney about this.
What?
Talk to your attorney,
Okay,
okay? We're gonna see if we can get PTR. If that doesn't end up working out,
okay.
thank you, Your Honor.
Hello, ma'am. Would you tell me your name, please?
Martha Ryman.
Christopher Lavina is behavior, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll reset him for tomorrow.
Andrea Wyman, or Ryman, is bonded.
No, she's right there.
No, Andrea.
Oh, okay, this is Martha.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
She appears 28, Your Honor, but she is.
I wish.
I didn't look at that. I was just looking, I just remembered her name. Okay, so Andrea bonded, and this is Martha.
Yes, Your Honor.
So Martha Reinman, what's your date of birth?
10/26/70.
Ma'am, they've arrested you for possession of a controlled substance without a prescription. These events allegedly occurred on August the 6th of 2019. Do you want a lawyer to assist you?
Yes.
Actually, your case number is 2019 CF 11211. You do qualify. I'll appoint the public defender to assist you. You owe a $50 fee. That's due within 30 days. State other than don't consume any alcoholic beverages or controlled substances or possess any controlled substances without an authorized prescription. Any other conditions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so Ms. Ryman, I appointed the public defender. Your bond's at $1,000. Don't possess or consume any alcohol or illegal substances. Don't possess any controlled substances without a prescription for them. Okay?
Your Honor, she is on probation, so she does have a 5-day hold in place.
So probation out of Orange County?
Yes,
Okay, that probably means you're getting a VOP.
yes.
Yeah, I don't have it yet, so you'll probably be in front of another judge to be told about that, but you do have a hold for 5 days.
Is there a way to get that lifted? Because the pills was mine.
Okay, there isn't a way to get it lifted right this minute. You need to get the information to your public defender if the prescription was yours, and I'm sure he'll tell you that. As far as the VOP, that's coming through. There's no point in posting the bond till you at least see a judge on that and get told whether you got a bond or not. And if you don't, then they can schedule a bond hearing, okay?
Thank you.
Hi, your name, please?
Cece Wheeland.
Okay, what happened to Mr. Strauss? Okay, so he gets reset for tomorrow. Ms. Wyland, what's your date of birth?
10/6/62.
Ma'am, you've been arrested under 2019 CF 11210AO for burglary of a dwelling. This allegedly occurred on August the 6th. This is the co-defendant state. Do you want a lawyer to assist you, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, you do qualify. I'll appoint the public defender, and counsel, you noted that you might have a conflict.
Of course.
Okay, wait a second. I don't know that I can appoint the public defender. You make this amount of money a year?
Yeah, when I do insurance. I'm an insurance agent.
Okay, you don't qualify for the public defender.
Well, I don't, it's not all year long. It's when I do insurance, if
What
I
did you
do
make-
it.
What did you make last month?
Nothing,
Okay, what'd you make the month before that?
nothing.
Okay.
It's weird.
So on your tax return for last year, how much did you report annually?
Probably 10 or 11,000.
So why did you put $50,000
I don't know, I
on
guess
here?
they did. I think that's because I said maybe in the past I did. Because I did. At one time when I do insurance, I do
All
make
right.
that. Sorry,
Okay.
maybe I answered the question wrong.
I'll appoint the public defender then. You got a $50 fee that's due within 30 days. State, pretrial release for her if they can verify that address or not?
Yes, Your Honor, that's no objection.
And the bond lowered as well, same.
So it's
Yeah.
$2,500 in
Right.
codefendant, no objection to that.
Okay.
And no
So
contact.
ma'am, your bond is $2,500 on the charge or pretrial release if there is an address that you can stay, and I said the same thing for your co-defendant, okay?
Okay.
You're not supposed to discuss this case with your co-defendant, and you're not to possess or consume any alcohol. No contact with Margarita Davis and no return to 808 Woodward Street. I did give him permission to go back there with law enforcement to pick up the U-Haul.
Okay.
Okay, but that was it. But you're not going back there, okay?
When did that happen? Oh, PTR, we get out? That we have to
Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, your name, please?
Dear Lee,
Miss Lee. What's your date of birth, Miss Lee?
March 2nd, 1985.
Miss Lee, you've been arrested under 2019 CT 583280 for driving under the influence. In relation to this matter, it allegedly occurred on August the 7th. There wasn't an accident. They allege a blood or breath alcohol level of a .262. The legal limit is .08. In relation to this particular matter, do you want the public defender to assist you?
Yes, please.
You do qualify. I'll appoint the public defender. You owe a $50 fee. That's due within 30 days. You don't pay it, it has additional cost. State, I see on her record she has a conviction in Nevada for DUI as of January of 2019. Now, whether that's her or not, I don't know.
And here's a drive, copy of the drive.
I think this request, standard bond, Your Honor.
Yeah, it's not showing on David, so
We have no objection to a standard bond, Your Honor.
I knew you wouldn't.
Well, she qualifies for
Yeah, I just
She
wanted to make
qualifies
sure-
for a PTR?
Yeah, Sean, I just wanted to make.
Yeah, it's not showing on her David. Maybe because it's from January, it's taken a while for Nevada to get it around.
There's a possibility it could have been
Could have been an infraction.
lowered or dropped.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, Your Honor, I'm sorry. She was screened earlier by our staff to give an option of bond or PTR. She chose to go to a bonding agency. She signed off to go to a bonding agency.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes, ma'am. I was on the phone with them and they put me in the holding cell while
Yeah.
I was on the phone.
That's fine. Bond is $500. Don't possess or consume any alcohol or illegal substances. Don't drive without a valid driver's license. Now, because of the DUI, your driver's license is going to get revoked.
Okay.
You qualify for a permit, but you're gonna have to talk to driver's license about that.
Okay.
If you go out there and you drive, even though I don't have a full driving record on you, it's gonna show that you blew above the legal limit and that they revoked you for it.
Okay.
And if you get arrested on a revoked driver's license, that's another charge in addition to this one, all right? Any questions? All right. Now, I was trying to see if you got any infractions. I don't think I saw any on there. Yeah, I just saw the DUI, so that should be the only ticket that you got. If you find any others in your paperwork, you need to take care of those, okay? You have the public defender. Any questions?
No, that's it. Thank you, ma'am.
Good luck to you.
Okay. Okay. Right now.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Name, please?
Anthony Galloway.
What happened to Miss Muhammad? Did she bond? Or he bond? Pardon me? Pretrial release? Mr. Galloway, what's your date of birth?
7/12/81.
Mr. Galloway, they've arrested you under 2019 MM 654780 for possession of drug paraphernalia. This allegedly occurred on August 6th. Somebody needs to find an oil can. In relation to this matter, do you want a lawyer to assist you with this process?
Yes.
Okay, you do qualify, public defenders appointed. State, any comments other than don't possess any paraphernalia?
Your Honor,
Oh, this is the one that you have the request on.
no, Your Honor, there's an offer from the state.
Oh, there is? Okay, what's the
Yes.
offer?
The offer from the state is an adjudication of guilt, credit time served, 2 days, as
And
well as
court
court
costs?
costs. I have spoken with my client. He does wish to accept the offer and enter a plea of no contest.
Okay.
They also said they had no objection to ROR if you wanted it.
I did explain that to the defendant as well.
Okay.
he'd still wish to move forward with the plea.
So, Mr. Galloway, you want to just resolve it here today as opposed to coming back and resolving it another day?
Yes, ma'am.
You need to sign the plea form for me.
She's going to ask you a few questions.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions. You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is this a no contest plea to this charge, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or any alcohol here
No,
today?
no, ma'am.
Any mental or emotional difficulties?
No, ma'am.
Read and write the English language?
Yes, ma'am.
Is this your signature on this plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have an opportunity to read over this form?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that by signing it, you're telling me that you understand the constitutional rights that are on the front of the form and you want to give them up or waive them? Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You're also telling me that you understand the penalties, the minimum and the maximum, and the offer that was made to you. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any question about the constitutional rights, the penalties, or the offer?
No, ma'am.
Has anybody threatened, coerced, or promised you anything for the plea?
No, ma'am.
Think it's a good idea to get it over with today?
Yes, ma'am.
Not on probation for anything, are you?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand the consequences if you're not a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else you want to ask me or tell me, sir?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Galloway, the court finds that you understand your plea is voluntarily entered. There's a factual basis for acceptance of the plea pursuant to the charging affidavit. Court will accept your plea, find you guilty, adjudicate you guilty, which means you have a conviction for this. You'll be required to serve 2 days Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days time served since you got arrested yesterday.
Yes, ma'am.
You do owe that court cost. That court cost is gonna be about $323. How much time you need for that?
A year. Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you 365 days from today. You can pay it in little payments, you can pay it all at once. Just get it paid by the year date for me,
Yes, ma'am.
okay? Are you satisfied with the services of your lawyer?
Yes, ma'am.
You do have the right to appeal, must do so in writing within 30 days, and if you can't afford a lawyer, one can be appointed for that. Any other questions?
No, ma'am.
You have a good day, sir. Hi, sir, your name, please?
Christopher Kirshner,
Mr. Kirshner, what's your date of birth?
10/13/1985.
Mr. Kirshner, you've been arrested under 2019 MM 6549 for trespass and dwelling after a warning. These events allegedly occurred on August the 6th. Would you like a lawyer to assist you with this process?
Yeah.
Okay, you do qualify. Public defenders appointed. There's a $50 fee. Has there been an offer on this case?
I have not. No.
No? Okay.
It's because it's a dwelling, Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
It's because it's a dwelling.
Oh, okay, all right. So your bond is $500, sir. You're to have no contact with Brian Reese and no return to 6750 Sugar Bush Drive. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you, sir.
So there's a paperwork I got for you there. You get a $500.
Hi, ma'am, your name, please?
Gloria Greider,
Ms. Greider, what's your date of birth?
October 10th, 1963.
Ms. Greider, you were arrested under 2019 MM 6512 for possession of drug paraphernalia. This allegedly occurred on August the 5th, just a couple of days ago. You were unable to be here yesterday, so I reset you for today, okay? Would you like a lawyer to assist you with this process?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll appoint the public defender. Is there an offer on this one?
I don't have the paperwork. May I have 1 second, Charlotte?
Sure.
There is no objection to either ROR or adjudication credit for time served.
Counsel?
I'm sorry. Your Honor, after speaking with my client, she does wish to accept the offer, enter a plea of no contest, the offer being an adjudication of guilt, credit time served, and court costs.
Okay.
Thank you, Officer.
Ma'am, your counsel says you want to go ahead and take the offer as opposed to the ROR and plead no contest. Is that correct?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs or any alcohol here today?
No.
Any mental or emotional difficulties?
No.
Do you read and write the English language?
Yes.
Is this your signature on this plea form?
Yes.
Do you understand, ma'am, that by signing the form, you're telling me you understand the constitutional rights that are on the form and you're willing to give them up or waive them? Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you have any question about those constitutional rights?
No.
You're also telling me you understand the minimum and the maximum penalties and the offer. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you have any question about the penalties or the offer?
No.
Has anybody threatened, coerced, or promised you anything for the plea?
No.
Think it's a good idea to get it over with today?
Yes.
Not on probation for anything, are you?
No.
And do you understand the consequences if you're not a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Is there anything else you would like to ask me or tell me?
No.
Ma'am, the court finds that you understand your plea is really voluntarily entered. There is a factual basis for acceptance of the plea pursuant to the charging affidavit. Court will accept your plea, find you guilty. I'll adjudicate you guilty, which means you have a conviction for this. You'd be required to serve 3 days because you were arrested 2 days ago. You got 3 days credit for time served, so they'll release you later on today, okay? You have court cost of about $323. You want a year to pay that?
What did you say?
Its court cost is about $323. Would you like a year to come up with that money?
Yes.
So I'll give you 365 days from today. You can pay it all at once if you want. You can pay it in little payments. Just get it paid by that year date for me, all right?
Okay.
You do have the right to appeal. You must do so in writing within 30 days, and if you can't afford a lawyer, one may be appointed. Are you satisfied with the services of the lawyer today?
Yes.
Okay. You have a very good day, ma'am. You didn't bring anybody else in, so I guess Mr. Lauto and Latanya are not coming to visit us.
Yes.
They're courtroom 2 interpreter? Okay. So, corrections, any more folks you want us to address today?
No, Judge.
Is there a French consulate?
State, any more we need to talk about?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, any more we need to talk about?
I didn't see the French consulate, Your Honor.
We are adjourned until tomorrow when you get your regular judge back.